overall, those 5 categories taken into account, I would say, yeah, this is definitely top shelf in terms of outdoor, indoor composite leather basketballs that you can get in the 2024 market. A few last points about this Forge Series basketball. Number 1, and a huge downside to me about this basketball and any basketball that does this, you know, a lot of composite leather basketballs kind of do this. They don't really have a choice, but they need to have this barcode on the basketball so that it can be scanned at various, you know, retail places. However, it goes through the manufacturing process where, in the retail process where it needs to be scanned and kept track of, it has to have this kind of barcode on it. The problem is they recess out a part of the amazing composite leather panel to put a flat barcode on here, right? So it's almost like a tiny little grip channel in that it's indented into the cover of the basketball. The problem is, if this were pebbled as well, I guess the barcode would be harder to read, and to make the barcode easier to read, they just make this completely flat. What happens with that is it's completely slippery. Now, it's not as slippery as it could be, right? I've seen other flat barcodes that have been super, like, unforgivably slippery. It's still a little bit rubbery, so it's still a little bit tacky, but there's a huge problem, especially if the basketball is completely brand new. If you catch it and your middle finger or one of your shooting fingertips falls onto this spot, when you go to shoot, especially if the ball is wet, like with sweat or rain or whatever, if your fingertips falls on this completely flat little section of the basketball, you're gonna miss if you shoot with your finger here. It's that slippery. Companies need to figure out how to not do this. They need to figure out a way around it. This is not okay. Not just a Wilson thing, it happens with every brand that has to have this kind of barcode on their basketballs. Also, the same kind of concept that applies across the board to different basketballs is when you paint the basketball, when you give the basketball like color, right, on like the logos and whatever, the paint is slippery. If your fingertip is on there, it's gonna slip.